But martial arts are for just punch in the face somebody. Are you a good fighters in real life?
So I've really learned to appreciate it more now than I did when I first did the original film.
¡Ande, güey! Como Daniel Sal. ¡Ah! Pues es el güey.
¿Qué tranza?
Dile, ¿qué tranza?
¿Qué tranza?
So guys, welcome to Mexico City.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the legends of Karate Kid.
Yes, yes.
The legends of the movies. Now, and for the rest of your life, you're going to know as the legends, right?
With luck,
There's
yeah.
a new legend right there.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué quieres?
How are you, man?
¿Hablas inglés?
No.
¿Por qué no hablas inglés?
Que no sé.
Si hablaras inglés, ¿qué le dirías?
Me regalan un autógrafo.
Oh, ahí está.
Good.
Ahí
Go.
está.
Gotta go.
Bye. Karate Kid, it's alive again? I can't believe it, guys.
That's right, we're
never
back.
It never goes away. It's just bigger and better than last time.
Yeah, we have seen you in all the seasons of Cobra Kai, but now you have new partners in crime.
Yes.
Can you introduce themselves?
I'll introduce myself. I'm RalphMacchio, and I've played Daniel Russo forever.
Daniel San.
Daniel
Since
San.
biblical times.
Go
No, talking about biblical times. What about Dawson's Creek?
Exactly. Wait, in the last millennia, I'm JoshuaJackson.
Yeah.
I have not been in the Karate Kid since biblical times, but I
Yes.
have been around forever.
How are you, Josh?
I'm good. I'm very good. It's nice to be in Mexico City.
Yeah, and the new star.
Yes, sir.
Bam!
I'm BenWang. I play Li Fong,
Yeah.
the newest Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I've been on this earth a while, a little bit, and hopefully a little bit more.
How was the experience to be the new star of this kind of franchise?
It's very exciting. It's kind of terrifying, but everyone's been very nice to me so far, and yeah, I hope that continues.
But it has a very strange mix of styles with karate and kung fu and boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work, Josh?
Well, I think, part of what's so cool about the Karate Kid, the fight sequences are always great. And what you did with these fight sequences is amazing. But the movies are not about fighting. They're about honor and discipline and family and hard work and all of these things. And that's not just one martial art, that's every martial art, right? So that's boxing or kung fu or karate or wrestling, it doesn't matter, right? It is the way that you live your life and the way that you teach and pass forward the things that you've learned to the next generation. That's what these movies are about.
But martial arts are for just punch in the face somebody, right?
Not
Eventually,
Eventually.
Eventually, you have to do it.
Sometimes,
At
yeah.
some
Yes.
point.
sometimes to get somebody's attention, you have to punch them in the face. That is true.
Are you a good fighters in real life, Ralph?
I'm good. I've gotten better. It just takes more work now. It was easier when I was younger. But, I've taken more to the martial arts, to the Goju-Ryu style, the karate style from the Miyagi style that I learned back in 1983, 84. So I like to carry that philosophy forward. It's the katas, the physical, spiritual, emotional, it's a way of life, martial arts. So I've really learned to appreciate it more now than I did when I first did the original film.
Yeah, but I think when you are in this kind of movies, everybody wants to fight with you. Is that true?
I mean,
Sometimes-
you're going to deal with this.
I know Jackie Chan deals with it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, come on, let's
Yeah.
do some punches and.
Which
some
is,
What's funny about Jackie Chan having to deal Jackie Chan, this day would kick the shit out of 95% of the
Right,
world.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like really, really, without breaking much of a sweat, you'd find yourself broken on the ground.
It's true.
I don't know why people want to mess with him
Yeah.
the way that they do. It's like so obvious you cannot hang.
Yeah. It could be a matter of life
Seconds.
or death.
Yeah. It would take moments.
Often the bullies from these this franchise will have it tougher out on the street than the sort of protagonist heroes like the Li Fang or Daniel LaRusso. I never really had someone say, let's lay down, let's throw down.
No,
but
never.
William Zabka, who played Johnny Lawrence, had his share of people wanting to square up. So we'll see what goes on with the bullies in this film.
How about you, Ben? Have you experienced that kind of thing that, you're the new Karate Kid? Let's do some fight.
That's why I want to lay down this narrative right here, announcing to everyone watching, I'm a wimp. I can't win a fight. So please don't challenge me. I can only win it if it's scripted.
Right.
What I do is more to do with dancing than actual
But
fighting.
you do your own stunts or no?
I do.
Yes.
I do many of.
So
the
you are a weapon. Come on! you can say that after watch the film. You can say that.
Well, sure, but it's it takes me a couple of tens of takes sometimes to
Right.
get it down.
Yeah, it'd be nice
Whereas
in an
it takes-
actual fight if you could be like, actually,
Yeah,
you know what,
actually,
hold
let's
on,
go
just
back and
pause.
get that so that I can punch
Yeah.
it better. Yeah.
The great thing about boxing for me is sparring is about humility. It is. There's no version of life where you will ever be the best person in a gym.
Why?
Because there's always somebody better than you. And
Yes.
it's not
Yeah,
like
I
I'm a
guess so.
professional boxer, right? But like part of this is the humility of, if I spar with people who are my equal, you kind of go back and forth. If I spar with people who are above me, they're teaching me, right? And if
Yes.
I spar with people who I piss off, they're going to kick the shit out of me. And that's a really important lesson in life.
I'm gonna boxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this fights with celebrities
Yeah.
like Jake Paul versus
yeah.
Mike Tyson? I'm gonna fight the best comedian in Mexico. Come
Oh my
on.
God.
Best comic.
Do you have some advices for me?
Oh my God.
Keep your right hand up.
Yeah, keep your right. I was at that Tyson Paul
Jake Paul
fight.
fight,
You were
really?
there?
It was a
Hey.
big thing with Netflix, and I was there with Billy Zabka, and they put us up on the thing. It was a spectacle. Let me tell you, it was a spectacle.
What do you think about that kind of thing? Because you represent some traditional
Yeah.
way to fight
Yep.
and defend yourself. But this is a show with
Right.
people that doesn't do this for life, and it's just
Yeah,
about
it becomes it is just that. It is an entertainment. It's a spectacular. It's a what's the word I'm really looking for?
Gladiators.
Sensational. But it's sort of like a sensationalized
circus. You're looking for
Circus.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it was fun to be at. But a little crazy.
As Daniel-san has his special kick. Do you have your special move?
Yeah. Well, in this film for Lee's character, it's the dragon kick.
Oh,
It's a kick that's passed down to him from his brother, and it plays a very important role in the story.
Yeah, and what's nice about it is it connects. You need both the Shifu and Sensei. You need LaRusso and Mr. Han to put to both of their input. Is what raises it to the next level, so he can achieve the potential. I don't want to give anything away. It is a Karate Kid movie. I'm not sure how it ends.
How about you, Josh? Do you have a special punch?
Yes, Victor's special move is getting knocked out. Hitting Ben in the back of the head, front of the head, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. He's going down.
Like some animals in the
Yeah, he's like a
the street.
possum.
Look
He's
at-
like,
It's a big thing to make another movie because they have tried to do with another kind of actors, even with a woman, and that kind of things. They have trying for this time, for these years. Now that you are back in the business, back in the franchise, how do you feel? Like you're like the Messiah?
I feel.
or something?
I feel, listen, it's a very unique experience to have a character that came up in 1984 that became a piece of everyone's childhood, a piece of pop culture, and then the Cobra Kai series sort of exploded for the next younger generation. That comes in, and now a major motion picture on the big screen,
Yeah.
kind of where we started it all. I feel very blessed. I do not take it for granted. I was, at the premiere yesterday in Mexico City, and there were 10,000 people there cheering for all of us.
Yeah.
There's such a love for that original franchise, and now there's such an excitement for the next chapter for the next generation.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing to have a story that could bring families together, all multi-generational.
What is the craziest thing that you have experienced with all this tour with the fans?
They were pretty crazy last night, right,
Yeah,
guys?
They were pretty excited last night.
They were very
Pretty
passionate. I
excited,
want to take
yeah.
a little bit of that Mexico City dust and sprinkle it around the rest of the world.
Ben, do you understand all these craziest thing about all this franchise? Because when the Karate Kid goes out for the first time, you haven't seen the life.
Right. Well, yeah, I think I
You're
understood it.
boring.
I think
Yeah,
I understood
boring,
it intellectually, but last night I got to experience it physically.
When was the first time that you saw Karate Kid?
My first Karate Kid movie was the Jackie Chan Karate Kid. In 2010, I saw that. I was
Yeah.
8 years old, I think, somewhere around there. And
With Jaden.
with Jaden Smith, incredible film. And I saw the original trilogy shortly thereafter because my aunt was a big fan of those movies.
Yeah.
And she's asked me for Ralph's autograph, and I haven't forgotten it. I need to get that.
We'll get that taken care of.
Um,
We'll get that taken care of.
and it's a franchise that's been a part of my. So when you talk about like these fans that grew up with it, that's me.
Yeah.
Part of the, I think, because I can't, but my childhood memories are a little murky. But I know that I started doing martial arts around the age of 8 or 9, and that's right
Wow.
when I saw the first film. So I bet that had something to do with why I wanted to start doing it.
You said, Ben, in your character said that Kung Fu is in everything.
Yeah.
Right.
How does that work?
Yeah.
For example, if I want to get a taco,
No, bro.
how does that
You
work?
already know what Kung Fu is. You drive around Mexico City. Driving in Mexico City is Kung Fu.
Right,
Right.
right.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Those
you
are
go.
blocks.
There you
Those
go.
are blocks.
There you go.
Yeah, the
Hong Kong.
Yo, there you are.
Oh, hey.
how do you apply your Kung Fu in life?
I mean, it's true. Anybody who's done a martial art knows that the things that you learn when you're practicing the martial art, the discipline that it takes, that understanding of how you learn to do things, that carries on to every other part of your life.
Yeah.
That's what Mr. Han means when he says everything is
Like
Kung Fu.
painting.
Painting,
Oh,
waxing,
yeah, waxing,
sanding.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a way of life. The philosophy, not only the physical aspect, but the philosophical, emotional aspect, and I appreciate that more now than I did back years ago.
If I am with a woman, how does that apply with Kung Fu?
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dancing.
You know exactly how to play.
Like
We can't.
push-ups. How do you apply Kung Fu in your life, Josh?
Well, just that same idea. The dedication that you bring into one aspect of your life is the dedication that you bring into every aspect of your life. So
Yeah.
for me, it wasn't a martial art. For me, it's my job, being an actor, right?
Exactly.
From the time I was a young man, it was taught to me, if you show up here and you do good work and you work hard and you know your lines and you're respectful of the people that you work with, then you will be allowed to do this again and again and again.
Yeah. For example,
This
separate trash. ¿Cómo separas basura? Separa a la derecha, separa a la izquierda. Haz Kung Fu, güey. Let's do some
It's
Kung
Kung Fu, exactly.
Okay. Separa la basura, abre la bolsa, open the yeah, exactly. Like that's Kung Fu. Perfect. And you throw the bottle. Órale, pinche cara de mierda. Apúrate porque me están chingando. Órale. Oye, ¿tú sabes Kung Fu? Do you know karate? ¿Sabes karate?
No.
A ver, hazle como ¿te acuerdas de Daniel San?
No.
Hazle, güey, como Daniel San.
de acá.
Ah,
that
pues
guy.
es el güey. The movie is already in the
Today.
Today.
Today?
Yes,
Today.
live. It's
Today
happening
Today
now.
is the day.
One month before United States.
A couple
know.
of weeks. Yeah. Almost the 8th and the 30th. The United States and the 30th.
What do you think about the traffic in this
Oh, my
city?
Lord.
That's the worst of my
Hey.
city.
That's not the worst. Huh? This
Yeah.
is a good day. This is you're breezing. This is the expressway.
This is the expressway. In LA, there's a lot of traffic as well, but
Yeah.
not like
Not like this.
No.
No?
You guys have perfected traffic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried food in Mexico?
Yes.
Yes.
What kind of food?
Not really. Honestly, in Mexico City, we've been really mostly here to work.
Yeah,
we had a very good
we
show the
haven't
other
been
night.
able- tonight. I'm opening. I don't know. We'll see. But depending on what time we get done. But yeah, next time I got to come here with the mask on and a baseball hat so I can walk around and go wherever I want.
Exactly. You should try tacos at that.
Yeah. I'll be having tacos before
I can be your guide because you have to know the
The spot.
language, the
Yeah.
slang.
Yeah. I got to know the slang.
Yeah.
Got to speak the dialect.
Yeah. When you meet someone, how do you say hi in Mexican style?
Hi.
No.
Not hola.
That's how I say it.
No, you have to say like ¿Qué rollo?
¿Qué oro?
rayo?
¿Qué rollo? Roll yours.
¿Qué tranza?
Que tranza.
Dile ¿qué tranza?
¿Qué tranza?
¿Qué tranza?
She's not buying it.
Yeah, ¿qué tranza? How are you? Es ¿qué tranza, no?
Right. Very nice.
¿Qué te pasa? Dile ¿qué tranza?
¿Qué tranza?
How are you?
You
You have to
What's up?
enséñales
What's up?
español,
What's up?
güey. Enséñales español.
¿Aló?
Hello.
¿Qué hubo?
Nice.
¿Cómo
¿Aló?
Good.
¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Qué onda?
What's up?
¿Qué onda?
What's
You
up?
get it.
Eso.
What's up?
I'm a really huge fan from
Thanks, bro.
¡Ah, ya!
Yeah, that's
Resulta
a
que
good
hablas
one.
inglés, culero.
He said he speaks perfect
I
English.
appreciate it, man.
Chida la
Take care,
banda,
man.
cuídese.
Take care, man. Bye, buddy.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
Can you
you.
tell me your social media? Where can we find yourself?
I'm at RalphMacchio or at Ralph underscore Macchio on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Ben?
I'm on Instagram at definitely not BenWang. I got it before they gave you the. I got it before I knew that I would have
Become
to
a
have
major-
professional
major
Stuff like
star.
this.
Yeah.
Josh?
I'm Van City Jacks on Instagram.
That's cool. Perfect, guys. So we have to say goodbye with the Scream of War.
Okay, Scream of War, which
It's
is
an expression, Mexican expression, very popular. Peluche en el estuche.
Petruche de los
Peluche en
Tuister.
estuche.
Hasta la-
Peluche en el estuche.
Peluche en estuche!
Yeah!